Hello everyone and welcome back to another Top Heroes video. Today we are going to be going over the new gear for Horde, going over each hero, what is going to be their primary and an alternative option for their gear. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first hero that we are going to be going over is going to be Wukong. Wukong is a hero that is going to be able to use quite a few different types of the gear sets. The best is going to be Titan if you're going to be using Wukong in a position that's going to be mainly for DPS. So that would be in the middle or in the back line. The Titan set is going to increase his gear attack percent by 80%. That is for this set. Since we are at level 40 with all of our gear, once we get a set promoted to Mythic, that is going to double both the attack percent and the damage increase. The reason Wukong is wanting to have the most possible base attack as he can is because of the skills associated with Wukong. The Giant Duplicate is going to deal damage based off of the percent of the base attack of Wukong. So the higher that attack percent is, the more damage Wukong can do. If you wanted to go with an alternative set, you could replace Titan Hammer with the Knight set. This will still give you a good attack percent and will provide some more survivability if that's something that you're needing with your hero. Next up, we have Desert Prince. Desert Prince is going to be a hero that's either going to be a tank for you and you're wanting to increase that survivability, or he's going to be a huge damage dealer tank. We want him to be a huge damage dealing tank. In order for that to happen, we have to give him the Titan set as well. Again, this is going to increase the base gear attack percent by 80% and the damage by 6% until we're able to promote all pieces to the Mythic stage. The reason that you're wanting to increase the attack of Desert Prince is going to be because there are caps on the skills that Desert Prince has based on set percentages of the hero's attack. So both Sand's Blessing, the ultimate skill, and Scorching Scimitar have caps. So the higher your base hero attack is, that cap is going to increase. You could have tons of max HP, but if you're not increasing that cap, you're just going to be hitting it and you're not going to be able to deal more damage. So make sure that you are focused on increasing this hero's base attack. For the second option, you do have the ability to run either Glory of Night or Fury of Blood. If you think your Desert Prince is not tanking and surviving enough, Blood is going to be your best option. However, Glory of the Night is going to provide some increased attack and HP and isn't a bad option for Desert Prince either. Next up, we have Witch. Witch is a hero that's going to need to be able to provide some damage with skill damage. And then she also wants to survive to provide you with the heals that you need. The Dread Golem is going to be able to provide some skill damage, which is going to be important with the Knight set, and then the healing is going to increase with the attack percentage as well. If you are needing some alternative and increased survivability, you'll want to go with the Blood set as your second option for Witch. Next up, for me, we have Soulmancer. So Soulmancer is going to be all about survivability because of the Soul Link skill that this hero has. So Soul Link is going to share damage from all the other heroes with Soulmancer. So we want Soulmancer to survive as long as possible. In order to do that, we have to give Soulmancer the most amount of HP that we can. So we're going to be using the Blood set. There is not really an alternative for Soulmancer, in my opinion, because where this hero is at the moment, he's not dealing damage. You just want him to survive and share that damage from other heroes. Next up, we have a tank hero, Beastmaster. Beastmaster is going to be getting extra survivability from the Blood set. Again, we're trying to increase HP and increase damage reduction as much as possible, since this is going to be our main tank hero for all of our events and for our battles in PvP. And then Storm Maiden has a few different options. You can increase Storm Maiden's skill damage with Glory of the Night, or you can go with Titan's Might. I am trying to increase her overall damage. So I am going to be using Titan Hammer. I think as a Horde player, the most amount of damage you can get is going to be the best that you can have for your team. So the base attack damage increases from Titan Hammer is going to be really good for Storm Maiden. The ultimate skill is going to be increased based off the percent of her attack, along with all of the other skills that this hero has. An alternative option, like I said, is going to be Glory of the Night, because that's going to not only increase the gear attack percent to 40%, but it will provide a little bit of skill damage increase as well. The main reason you would want to use Glory of the Night instead of Titan Hammer is if you think that your Storm Maiden is not surviving long enough throughout the battles and you want to increase her survivability, because that is going to give you an 80% HP increase, allowing her to survive a little bit longer and deal more damage. That's something that you will have to just kind of determine with yourself, run a few tests, and see what's going to work best for your specific team. Next up, we have Warlock. I'm still torn between two different sets for Warlock. I have not been able to test it at its max, seeing as I have not actually awakened the hero yet, but there are two good options for Warlock. That is going to either be Glory of the Night or Titan's Might. The thought process behind Titan's Might is to increase the skills that are going to all be based off of Warlock's attack. You can see that the Berserker Fury is going to increase based off of 15% of the maximum attack of Warlock. And then also Whispered Shadows is going to increase based off of Warlock's attack as well. So stacking as much base attack as you can is probably going to be the route we will be going with Warlock. The second option is just Glory of the Night set, and that is because you are still going to be getting 40% attack boost to increase the effectiveness of these two skills. But then you're also getting 80% HP to allow Warlock to survive longer in order to continue providing those skill boosts further into the matches. Next up, we have Barbarian. Barbarian's pretty easy. We are just going to go with Fury of the Blood. This is going to allow us to have increased survivability and allow the hero to survive as long as possible. These skills are not really boosted too much with attack or HP, so that is just going to be an easy blood set we will be adding to Barbarian. If you're still using Wilderness Hunter, that's going to be Titan's Might. You want to increase that base attack percent as much as you can because it's going to provide you with more DPS. Shaman isn't really used too much in the end game at all, but if you do decide to use Shaman, or if you are in the early to mid game and still using Shaman, this hero will benefit most from the blood set just to increase survivability. Lastly, we have Swordmaster. Swordmaster is one of our damage dealing tanks. However, Swordmaster is going to want to survive still as long as possible. So Swordmaster will be getting the blood set as well as a tank and as a little bit of a damage dealer. That is pretty much going to be our current setup for the new gear with Horde. This is pretty straightforward for Horde. There's going to be mostly just the use of Titan's Might because you want to increase the base attack percent as much as you can for this specific faction. If you are running tanks, you will be using the blood set. If you are running a more damage reduction based support hero like Soulmancer, then you're going to want to run blood as well. And then if you're using Warlock, you will want to run Titan's Might or Glory of the Night. Hopefully this was helpful for you. It gives you a good overview on what you should be doing moving forward with your Horde faction lineups. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of your guys' support, and we will see you in the next one.
It's my turn this time. They took a shot, now I want mine. You fall, I rise, I take the wheel. So this is how it feels. Where do I go from here?